Welcome to day one of our mini hip series. These are short yoga flows to help you unlock your hips. So we'll start in a tabletop position. Ground your hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Push the floor away, engage your core. Inhale, lift your leg up, and we'll just make big circles with our leg. To keep your torso stable. Move at your pace. And now we'll reverse direction. Nice, easy breaths. We'll do one more. Now extend your leg out to the side, toes pointing forward. We'll shift our weight back and forth. It's our adductor rocks. We're stretching out our inner thighs here while creating mobility in our left hip. And we'll do one more. And then come to a kneeling position. Place your right hand on your leg. Inhale, take your left hand, sweep it up and over. And we'll stretch out our left side body. Squeeze your left glute. Press your hip forward. So you feel it stretch along your hip flexor. And circle your arm down and around. Externally rotate your right leg. And we'll just shift back and forth. So just go to your first point of resistance and then shift back. One side may feel different than the other. So just nice to tune into your body and see which side is feeling more tight and might need a little more attention. We'll do one more and then we'll pause here. Nice easy breaths as we sink into this position. And we'll take our forearm and we can place it on our thigh. Take your left hand, reach it up and over. You'll also have the option of placing your hand on the inside of your leg for a little bit of a deeper stretch, but we just want to make sure that our body doesn't fall in when we do this. So if you find that your body is falling in, lift up here and press into your right leg as you open up. Two more breaths. And now circle your left arm down and around. Square off your hips, flex your right foot. Lead with your chest in our runner's stretch. Drag your right heel back. Engage your right quad. Plug your femur into your hip. So you're pulling your right hip back. A nice hamstring stretch. And we'll walk our hands over to the right. Let your hips fall to the left. And protract your shoulders, get a nice stretch in your back. And walk your hips, or your hands rather, in towards the left. And let your hips go to the right. Now ground your hands down, square off your hips, return to your tabletop position. Inhale, sweep your right leg up, and we'll just do the same thing on the opposite side. So big hip circles. Keep your torso stable, nice easy breaths, neutral spine. Do one more and then we'll switch directions. And come back to tabletop position. Extend your left leg out, toes pointing forward, moving into our adductor rocks. And just breathe with each movement. We'll do one more. Then come to a tall kneeling position. Place your left hand on your leg. Inhale, sweep your right arm up and over. Squeeze your right glute. Press your right hip forward. And circle your arm down, and we'll come into our rocks here. So your left foot is externally rotated and you're sinking into your left hip. So that looks like here, we're in this position. And once you hit that first point of resistance and you come back. And now we'll pause here. And you have the option of placing your forearm on your leg, sweeping your right arm up and over, or placing your left hand on the ground. Just remember, if you start to fall in, then return to your starting position with the forearm on your thigh. Nice, easy breaths. Press your arm into your leg and leg into your arm. Feel your hips open up as we sink into this pose. And now circle your left hand down and come into that runner stretch. Flex your left foot, drag your heel back, lead with your chest. Square off your hips. Ground your hands down on the floor or blocks. And walk your hips over, or walk your hands over to the left. Let your hips shift to the right. Protract your shoulders. And walk your hands in, let your hips move to the left. And then return to center. And walk your hands and return to your tabletop position. And come to a tall seat. I hope you enjoyed this practice. I'll see you in part 2.